Hi guys, how's it going? Hope everyone is doing well whenever you see this. So we are going to start with the general bones and charms readings for both Taurus and for Gemini for November. So everyone is welcome, regardless of where you may have Taurus and Gemini in your individual birth chart. So we're going to start with Taurus and then we'll clear everything out and then move on to Gemini. So after the live is done, I will be posting timestamps as well for some people who may just want one or the other. But I want to go ahead and check our sound here real quickly. Okay, sounds good. And then we're going to check just to make sure that we are on public on Facebook, and then we will get started. Let's see, where is it? Okay, here we go. Okay, very good. So we're going to go ahead and start with our sound bell here real quickly, just to kind of clear the energy, and then we will shuffle the bones and charms and cast them, and then I will be picking up the camera and showing you more from a bird's eye view, kind of what we have for Taurus. All right. So when we do the sound bell here, if you're sensitive to sound, you can feel free to turn it down a little bit and take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, or just listen, whatever works. All right. So, all right, let's get started for Taurus for November. All right, let's put this over here out of the way, and I hope everyone's doing good. All right, so when I shake the bones and charms, they do make some noise as well in the bowl here. So again, just bear with me and know that it won't be forever, okay? So let me just move this over a little bit. Okay. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for November for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for November for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Taurus. Messages for the bull, Earth sign bull, Taurus, for November. Guide my hands, spirits, guide my hands. Okay. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest good for November. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Messages for Taurus. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Taurus, the bull, for their highest good. Spirits, guide my hands. messages. Alrighty. Let's put this over here. And go ahead and see which bones and charms that we can flip over and move over closer on the mat. A couple of them kind of went off here. So if we move them a little bit closer, it's not a big deal, just so we can see. So there's all these different sections that we'll go over if you are new. But everything that falls off of the black mat is energy from the past, okay? So let's just see, we want to stay everything in the dotted lines. This is kind of right here. Goes inside. Just leave that there. Okay, so now I'll go ahead and flip over some of the bones and charms that I can, just for our picture, and so as we go throughout, you guys can see things more clearly. But the ones that are really close together, we'll wait to flip them over as we go through. Okay, so I'll kind of just stop there because, again, I don't want to disturb too much. All right. But yeah, let me go ahead and take the picture here and we'll get started, Taurus. Really interesting placement of the bones and charms so far. But let's see here. Get everything in there. Okay. So we got our picture. Now we kind of need to find where Spirit wants me to start your reading. So it's different for every reading. So just bear with me one moment here. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Spirits, guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Taurus reading for November? So right in that section, like right here, around here. Okay, so I can see one of the skulls here kind of hiding underneath that green lucky rabbit's foot, and it looks like it's right on the line, Taurus, between relationships and love and body and mental health. Your other skull is out here just so you can see it, actually more in the body and mental. But where a skull is in the reading can tell us a lot about where someone's mind is at or where it will be at, okay? You may come to this reading, whether you're a sun sign Taurus or have Taurus somewhere else in your chart, doesn't really matter. We all have Taurus somewhere, even if it's just the house associated with Taurus. But basically, this reading can be about you or someone you're dealing with, multiple people, general environment situation. So again, always take it how it may resonate for you. All right, but again, the energy was kind of leading me to right here. So Taurus, I would say that for the month of November and possibly beyond, right, since time is fluid and relative and people measure time differently, there's a lot going on in the relationships and love section, and also in body and mental, but really in the relationships and love. So makes sense that that's kind of where they wanted us to start, because that's where the energy was like really hot underneath my hand. Okay. So yeah, I would say before we even get into that section, because it makes a little bit of sense to talk about briefly like what's in the center circle, because that does affect all the different areas. Okay, so we have work and money, spiritual, unconscious, body and mental health, and then relationships and love, all types of relationships. So I can see here that we got the spider and the spider web. We have part of the chair that's here. We have the coin charm. We have the key is kind of hiding underneath. There you go. part of the lucky rabbit's foot, and then we also see a little bit of the fish here. I'm just gonna try to gently kind of flip over. So a lot of good luck throughout the month, Taurus, in a lot of these different areas, since part of that is in the main circle. It could be that there's something going on in your general environment that maybe has something to do with a home, or the idea of being at home, or where you feel at home, or where someone else may feel at home, okay? And maybe really planting seeds there. But I also see with that key charm that there could be a lot of answers and good luck around this as well. Like a lot of pieces of the puzzle are coming together, so to speak, with the puzzle piece here too. And then kind of leading into the book charm and then the lightning bolt coming out of it. That's really cool to see. So it's like information and new ideas really definitely coming throughout the month in all these different areas. And it could be even heavily more in the relationships area, since that's kind of where it falls. But again, a lot of this is in the center circle and like on the line between the different sections. So there's definitely a lot of like crossover energy here, Taurus. Let me just turn that down, the background sounds that I have. But here also too, I flipped this over because it was upside down when I was flipping some of the bones and charms, is there could be, something that either some type of information here, Taurus, that you give or someone gives to you, or it comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels, because this is my envelope charm, so it's like letter, message, document, some type of information, communication, or opportunity here. But whatever it is, it seems very beneficial, because I don't think I've ever seen that charm like fall right on top of the green lucky rabbit's foot like that. Okay, so that's really cool to see. And so there's also, I'm just going to pick it up and move it right now for a second. Kind of put it over here. There's also the skull that we were talking about, right? And then we also have the wish charm, okay? And then I can see also the cloud. So there could be a lot of friendly like energy. It could be a group of friends or one friend, or just a friendly energy that maybe wants to help you with some type of confusion that may be coming from a passed on loved one, friend, family, ancestor, something here, okay? Some type of energy from the other side, because the coffin charm is on top of the coin. So whatever this little bit of confusion may be, it looks like there's a friendly energy trying to help you through it, okay? And then also, I just moved it, I'm going to move it back, but with this Norse symbol for protection, there's a lot of protection on it, okay? So if there, again, is a little bit of confusion from someone who's passed on, or some type of energy here that may relate to your relationships, because we're in relationships and love section. So it can be all relationships, romantic, platonic, with friends and family, or even self-love, okay? But I do like to see that there's all this protection here for you or for someone else, multiple people, general environment situation. Now to kind of move that back over again, I can see that there's a lot of like digging deep with something and manifesting something here with the coyote claw, and then we have the symbol for Pisces, okay, the twin fish. So it may have something here, Taurus, to do with the Pisces or during Pisces season, or where you may have Pisces in your chart. But if it has nothing to do with the zodiac frequencies, it could also just be really needing to go deep and go with the flow, right? So these fish are going with the tide and not against the tide, okay? So that could be something of significance in terms of your relationships. Now I also see that the frog is underneath here, and then the peace doves is on top. So I'm just going to go ahead and kind of flip them over a little bit so you can see them better. Okay, so there's the frog. The peace doves are on top somehow. And then we also have the bat here. Okay, I'll flip the bat over. So there could be some type of leap of faith that needs to happen, or is going to happen if it hasn't already. They can bring a lot of beautiful, peaceful energy in here, Taurus. And also, it could have something to do with vibrations or communicating differently than just, with our voice, right? So, since bats are blind and they, well, actually, I said that backwards. So, communicating not just with what we see, but communicating maybe more with our voice or with our vibrations. But I meant what I said still stands, right? So bats don't necessarily, well, when they communicate, it is their voice, but it's more like on communicating some type of leap of faith here that's very peaceful on like a subtle level. Okay, is what I'm getting. I'm still kind of waking up here and drinking my coffee, so hopefully that makes sense. But also the symbol, the bat symbol, is in lots of different cultures another symbol for good luck. So again, lots of good luck in this area. So if we move back kind of the way, I think it was covering this. No, it was more this way. I can't remember. I think it was like that. So double good luck so far, right? Because you have the bat and the green lucky rabbit's foot. Now, as we go this way a little bit here, Taurus, to go back to see like what's on the line here, again with that skull and these dotted lines that separate the different sections between relationships and body and mental, we have our first raccoon penis bone coming in here, this brown one, and then on top of it, and around it, we've got lots of different things, but I do like to see that the safety pin is here, and then it's kind of also on top of the snake vertebrae. Okay, so this can be, safety in some type of support system. Okay, for someone here, it could also be feeling more safe within the body or the mental, and that also is going to then, of course, make it show up in your relationships as well, or in someone's relationships as well. Okay, with that safety pin on top of the snake vertebrae. Now, as we go this way with the alligator claw, it's again another symbol for good luck. So 3 good luck symbols so far in this section, but it's about manifesting and reaching for something with the claw, right? And so it's reaching for, because it's on top of that raccoon penis bone. So that is masculine energy. It could be as a stereotype, since we all have masculine and feminine inside of us, but more proactive with something or more aggressive with something in your relationships. Okay. There also maybe needs to be, a little bit of clearing going on here with the leaf kind of hiding underneath a little bit, this alligator claw, and then it kind of leading into our first our first honeybee here, is like clearing something in terms of our community effort and our individual power in our relationships. Again, all relationships, romantic, platonic, and self-love. Okay. So that's always good to think about, right? Like, how am I affecting the community? How is the community affecting me? How is my individual power being felt or not being felt, right? So that's kind of a good thing to do, regardless of whether, you're a Taurus or not, right? And then as we go this way, there perhaps needs to be like a little bit more flexibility in terms of your sense of freedom and safety in regards to your relationships. Okay, because here we have the dog ankle bone sitting on top of the raccoon penis bone, and then if we look over here on the side, okay, we have our ship anchor there as well. So that's like our freedom and kind of safety. Just turning it over so you can see it a little better, but of course when I did that, something else moved slightly, but that's okay. So yeah, so having some type of flexibility with the freedom and the safety within relationships. Okay, we do see a little bit of challenges here with the mountain charm, but also with this second raccoon penis bone being here, and it also going off into the past, and we'll get into the past as well. Like a lot of that proactive, more assertive, aggressive energy showing up here. But there is feminine energy underneath it, kind of supporting it too. I like to see that, okay, with the feminine charm. So you've got the soft receiving feminine energy, and then the more like let's say proactive, aggressive, masculine energy here. Now, in terms of stuff here that has fallen off of the mat, the past stuff, right? We've got quite a few things going on here in that relationship section. So if we go this way a little bit, I can see the seashell here. This is my listening seashell. So right, if it was a big one and we put it up to our ear, we could hear the ocean. So, and let me move back this. This was over here. We don't want to get confused. It could be that in the past here, Taurus, you or someone else was maybe like listening for something that either had something to do with children, your children, or someone else's children, or a childlike energy or inner child work here. Okay, so again, these could have been catalysts for then all of this other stuff that we're still getting into up here on the black mat in the current present energies. Now I also see with the whale, piece of the whale vertebrae over here, that this could have something to do in the past with support. So listening for this kind of childlike energy or something to do with children, and maybe something to do with your support system or someone else's. Okay. Definitely a lot of movement perhaps started here in the past, and over time it kept building and building, and that's why if we again pull out, the majority of your bones and charms here are in the relationship section and then in the body and mental health. Okay, so I can see that there with the bicycle and then the rope charm. Okay, over here on the other side, we have the freedom cuffs, as they're called. Okay, handcuffs here, touching another one of the coyote claws. We have a piece of the armadillo vertebrae bone here, and we've got the feather, and then we've got the lock. So in the past, there was like clearing going on, again, with something to do with our support system, and again, trying to find freedom and maybe clear some stagnant energy that was around. So because again, it's right on the dotted line, this was happening not only in relationships, but body and mental health. Okay. There could have also been, if we pretended the dotted line is here, right, and then go out with the pen, a little bit of the turkey wishbone is in that section as well. So it could have been like somebody was wishing for all this clearing energy because the broom is inside of it. Okay, and then we have the feather, another clearing agent, just like the broom. So somebody was wishing for to clear stagnant energy around a support system, and maybe how to find more freedom within that. Okay, whatever that means for you or someone else. But then I also see, if we go back this way, Taurus, that we have Cupid here. That's my symbol for love, all types of love, right? And then it's really close to the elephant. So there could be like some really nice, loving... Yes, it's like deliciously with the commercial. That's funny. Delicious, loving memories, okay? Because elephants never forget. So that proactive masculine energy coming in here into the relationship section could also be like bringing a lot of happiness. Like on one side, there's the question mark, okay? There's still some questions here, but it's like if we go off back to that past energy and those memories, it's very lovingly delicious, like the thing just said, okay? But again, it's like masculine energy here, masculine energy here, masculine energy here, okay? With that other coyote claw here. So there could be something going on here, Taurus, you know, either with a higher up person here with the crown, or this could be your own leadership qualities as well, okay? So there could be some questions about that, even though we're not in the work and money section, right? Relationships, it also could be work relationships, right? Whatever it is, but it doesn't have to be. And then if we go this way and we see this human tooth bone here right next to the balance scales, Libra energy, could have something to do with a Libra during Libra season, or where you may have Libra in your chart. But if it's none of that, it could also just be the kind of general meaning of, you know, that Libra energy, right? So it would be balance, balancing the scales. It would be equal give and take, reciprocity, all those things. So here with that human teeth bone, you know, pretty close to it, if not touching, is like someone chewing over and digesting and thinking about, well, what does it mean to have equal give and take in my relationships, like all my different types of relationships with myself and others. I also like to see here, Taurus, that with the lizard, this is healing energy, right? So for some lizards, if you cut off their tail, it's going to regrow. So it's rebirth, it's healing, okay? And not only do you have protective energy here with the Norse symbol for protection, over here with the bobcat tooth, bobcats, right? They're big cats. That's also protection, but it's also like digesting all of this. So you or someone else, because of all majority of your bones or charms are in this section, right? It's like, yeah, there's a lot of healing going on, how to digest that in your relationships with others, how to find balance here. So really cool. Also, to note here, I said you had the rabbit's foot, one good luck, the bat, another good luck symbol, the alligator claw, another good luck symbol, and then here you straight up have, okay, a horseshoe with the ladybug inside. That's right on the line between work and money, but also in relationships. So like 4 good luck symbols in your relationship area. So even though there's a lot going on here, a lot of it could be very positive. So that's really cool. Now, since we're kind of talking about the other stuff that's on the line, you have half of the angel coin here as well. This is laying on top of the skeleton hand, which is touching the witch charm, and then it's also touching the scissors, okay, and then we have 2 other human teeth bones, and then we have the strawberry, and then the coyote penis bone. So it's like your angels, your spirit guides, your spiritual team, your past on loved ones, friends, family here with the skeleton hand, they're wishing for all this good luck for you, and they really want to help you clear and cut something away. Cut something away with the work or the money and or the relationships, right? And again, I said something over here with the crown, like maybe it's a work relationship. It doesn't have to be, but it is interesting that it's kind of showing up here twice. So with all these human teeth bones, and then we have the bobcat teeth bone, another human teeth bone. It's like a lot of processing things. When I say digesting, I mean processing things in our mind, right? Not just like in our stomach. So can be in the body too, but you know what I mean. Your mind is in your body too, but there's like something here about being proactive with cutting away something, so then the details can be looked over, okay? Because the strawberry comes kind of after the scissors, okay? So it's not cutting away the details, it's cutting away something else to get to the details is what I'm hearing, okay? So that kind of does go back to what we were saying before. I don't even know where it was now. Oh yeah, over here with all your clearing stuff. So cutting away, clearing something, all right? Now the other last thing I want to say in this section is you do have your star here as well, your North Star, and it fell kind of like, I don't know exactly where it was, but it was like right here, let's say. So that's right on the mat in between the words relationships and love, right? So following your North Star and how you navigate your relationship with yourself and others, because there is all this good luck and there is all this beautiful protection showing up here. So really cool, really nice, Taurus. But let's keep going throughout the rest of your reading. So since we're kind of already on the line here and talking about these things, we'll now go ahead and move into the work and money section. Okay. So again, with that coyote penis bone going a little bit off of the black mat here, some of that more proactive masculine energy could have started in the past. Again, you got masculine energy over here, so that's kind of confirming that, right? Because currently or coming up, right? There could be something that you hear with the listening bells here, about your work or money or finances, or if you're no longer working and you're retired, right? We're paid a certain amount of money for work that we do. So it's about being valued, not just monetarily, right? So you could hear something, or someone else could, or your general environment situation. And this could have something to do with, again, your spiritual team, your passed on loved ones, like wanting this wish for you and wanting to bring you good luck in these areas. Um, there could also have something to do with travel here with the ship charm. Okay, so this could be actual physical travel with the work or the money or the finances, or it could just be like something about, moving over water, being near water, the healing properties of water, right? So you can see that it's a ship charm because it was kind of upside down or turned to the side, whatever. But you also have, the huge yes coin here that is half in this section too. So if there was something that you were wishing for, Taurus, in the month of November in terms of work and money, finances, or being valued, it could be that you're going to get that. Okay, it could start as more like a small yes and then maybe grow, since the majority of it is in another section. But I definitely like to see that. Okay, now also if we go back to the center circle here, right? Remember I said whatever falls in the center affects all the different areas. Is you have that spider and spider web. That's your work environment, your money environment, your being valued environment. Okay, whatever it is, there's some kind of pieces to the puzzle that is going to come together, and this could have something to do with a home, okay, or being at home with the chair here, or where you feel at home when you're working, or with the money, the finances, could be side hustles, whatever. But it's planting those seeds. Remember here with the corn charm, okay. And then remember you also had no you oh sorry guys, you also had the key charm here, so some type of answers coming that could bring even more prosperity with it touching the fish, okay. And this is also going to bring all these new ideas and knowledge, okay, that can also be applied to your work and money section, okay. So definitely a lot going on, but a lot of good stuff here, okay. So let's pull back out now and see for your spiritual unconscious section what's going on. So I would say that this is the section that has the least amount of bones and charms. It doesn't mean that things aren't happening, but Spirit wants you maybe to focus more on these other areas this month, okay? But let's kind of start over here first. So you have a little bit of that yin and yang charm going slightly off of the mat here. So it could be spiritually, unconsciously, your intuition, how you feel when you're by yourself, whatever you want to call it if you don't vibe with these words. And it's spelled differently because it came from a different country. So just, yeah. But it's like, how can I be more spiritually balanced, okay, or how can someone else or the environment situation, because I do see that may be something going on here, Taurus, where we don't know all the information yet with the cat's eye. And so with this other coyote penis bone, it's like that someone wants to be proactive, wants to be aggressive with something, okay, maybe even about how they spiritually digest things here with the fork, okay. What are you watching, listening to, all those things, okay. How does that affect you spiritually? Maybe someone is working on that, but there's still let me turn that down, there's still like something that is not being seen yet or understood yet with that cat's eye, and it could have something to do with balance, right? But again, you also have that big yes coin in the majority of your spiritual unconscious section. So again, if there was something you were wishing for spiritually, unconsciously for this month, that yes coin could be coming in and confirming that yes, you're going to get that, okay, or someone else's, etc. Okay. But yeah, let's go ahead and now move into your last section here, your body and mental health section, Taurus. So we're going to kind of start a little bit with some of these things that have fallen outside of the mat, and then we'll like move forward. All right, I forgot to flip these over, so let me do that real quickly. Kind of like that. So yeah, again, all the stuff that falls outside of the mat is past energy. And let me see if I can turn on my other light and kind of, there we go, like point it, because the way the sun is coming through the window. You have your other skull there, okay? So again, maybe in the past, someone's mind was heavily on someone's health or their own health, okay? There could have been, it's very hard to see, but the buckeye is here, okay? There could have been a lot of abundance in the past, okay? In someone's health, okay? With their body and the mental, and there was a lot of clearing perhaps that started in the past, okay? Wishing for, again, a lot of that clearing, because that was, we talked about it in relationships and love too, because it's like right on the line, and it slightly kind of crossed over the dotted line that goes like that, right? So lots of clearing, wishing for clearing around a support system or any stagnant energy here with the armadillo vertebrae, and then that lock, okay? And then we have the freedom cuffs here, and that coyote claw. So it's like manifesting, having more freedom within the body, within the mind, or someone's health, and maybe changing something around support system. It could also just be like needing to, well, I don't know, it's not the way I would say it. It's like, if you think of the armadillo as an animal, right? They have like that hard outer shell. So at first I was going to say it's a needing to soften up in some way, but I don't even think it's that. I think it's changing the support system. So changing the shell, right? I don't know if armadillos shed their shell. I don't think so. I think turtles do a little bit. Anyway, so I say that, okay, because of the next thing I'm going to mention here, Taurus, is here we have the horseshoe really close to, if not touching, that seashell charm. Okay, so the horseshoe is my symbol for family. Okay, it could be something about a parent or being a parent, or if it's not your blood family, it could also be your tribe, whatever you consider your tribe or your people, right? But this could be something from even past lives here with the seashell, something with a long time ago, because it is in the past. So it's like, yeah, this family support system thing that's needing to be cleared or changed or have more freedom around it. It could even be past life stuff. As we go this way, though, again, a lot of abundance in the past with the buckeye here, and then also the nutmeg. A lot of feminine energy here with the conch seashell. Okay, so that soft receiving energy is showing up there too. And then as we go forward here, Taurus, we do have the symbol for Sagittarius. We've got the mermaid. So this could have something to do with the Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season. And we're doing this for November, right? So that would be half of November into half of December. Doesn't have to be, right? Or where you have Sagittarius in your birth chart. Even if it doesn't say Sagittarius, it's like the house of Sagittarius, 9th house, right? Or if you put all the zodiac frequencies aside, it could just really be about like, what are someone's body and mental health goals? So where do you pull back that arrow and then try to hit a target, right? And what's really cool is if we follow the arrow where it's going, okay, it's passing through the mermaid, longing for something from a long time or for a long time, into the butterfly, right? So that's so cool, Taurus. It's like body and mental health, huge transformation happening here with that butterfly, and with it being right next to the lion, could have something to do with a Leo or during Leo season, or where you have Leo in your chart. Or if it's not that, it's just about like putting in that passion and that creativity, that fiery energy, to like be resilient here with the symbol for Capricorn, could have something to do with Capricorn, etc., right? But the goat, okay, if they fall down the mountain and they're okay, they're going to keep climbing up. They climb difficult pathways. They're slow moving earth energy, faster moving fire energy. So it's like both of those, energies coming through here, Taurus. And then when it goes this way, it's like now that past support system, because remember you had armadillo vertebrae here, but then all the way out here you also had the whale vertebrae. And then here you have the snake vertebrae. So the snake represents evolution, right? Change. So now that support system, friends, family, romantic lover, mental health care worker, counselor, etc., whatever your support system is or someone else's, now there's like all this safety on it with the safety pin. Now there's all this good luck on it, okay? And manifesting and good luck over here too with the alligator claw. So I definitely like to see that here for you, Taurus. Now, as we go this way, I want to flip this over. We have the water charm that kind of fell like right on the head and the neck area of the figure that's kind of meditating on the mat here. So I'm going to move the lucky rabbit's foot over for a little bit. So there you see that figure meditating. So this month, Taurus, there could be a lot of emotions that maybe are making someone or some energy feel like extra emotional. So maybe there's like more overthinking than normal, okay, going on. So just that's something to kind of like be aware of. Or it could even be as simple as like you just need to drink more water, right? Always talk to your general practitioner and doctor and all those things. But yeah, as we go over this way, Taurus, we do see the turtle here. So needing to go slow with something in terms of someone's health. And this could also have something to do with that sense of freedom that it's like throughout your whole reading that we kind of talked about in other areas too, with the freedom cuffs over here, right? The sense of freedom within the body, within the mind, and maybe doing things for your body that maybe not necessarily other people understand, right? So here we had the hummingbird. I just flipped it over so you could see it, and it was kind of pointing towards that money bags, right? So it's like if we do something less traditional that we know is good for our body and our mind, it's going to lead to even more abundance, okay? Again, there could be a lot of emotions just in general going on here throughout the month here with the cup as well, okay? And then back to the water charm on the head, right? And it almost looks like if we follow the cup where it would pour, it's almost like pouring on the head, right? Or maybe there's healing energy, like when you wash your hair or you clean your head or whatever. It could be lots of different things, since it is a general reading meant for multiple people. But as we go this way, Taurus, I do like that the other oh my God, let's try that again. Other honeybee and dragonfly is here. Your hummingbird's back there. But your honeybee and your dragonfly are here. So it's like someone's dreams in terms of their body and mental health. And again, like how they are processing or how you are processing, sorry, just turning music up a little bit, your community effort and your individual effort with your body and your mental, okay? So the community effort could be like working with a trainer, a doctor, etc., whatever it is, or you're doing that for other people as well. But it's Saturn is also here, right? And I think I said in some of the other readings that we have all these different things happening in November with Saturn. Saturn's going direct, what was it, November 15th, okay? Then we have Venus in Capricorn, November 11th, a few days before. Then we have all the way at the end of the month, Athena Pallas enters into Capricorn as well. So Saturn is the ruler of Capricorn. So when Saturn shows up here, it's like getting more serious, more organized, father kind of stern energy for the body, for the mental. It's getting serious, it's getting organized here. So that's really cool and interesting to see. But yeah, really, really nice reading here, Taurus, for you. I'm kind of jealous. No, I'm just kidding. I can't remember where I have Taurus in my chart. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm getting here for you so far. So I hope that some of this begins to make a little sense later, or even now, right? So thank you so much for your views, your shares, your likes, all those things. It does help grow my channel here on YouTube, or whether it's on Facebook or later Instagram and TikTok. But yeah, whatever you feel guided to do. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera down for a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and switch over to Gemini energy, and we'll put the bones and charms away and rest them in the bowl with the crystals to clear energy. I think the incense is still going a little bit. Maybe not. I don't know. It kind of looks like it's still going. I can't tell. Maybe that's the sun. Anyway, we're going to clear the energy is what I'm trying to say. So let's just put this down here for a little bit. Okay. And just bear with me while I clear out these bones and charms. I think the incense is still going. Okay, I can see it. So that's good. I'm still going to rotate the mat a little bit because I don't like to remember where stuff is. I cast and throw the bones and charms with my eyes closed anyway, but it's good to just kind of move things around. All right, so let's put this over here. Maybe float it over the incense a little bit to help clear the energy too. Yes, yes. So thank you, bones and charms, for all your wisdom and guidance. Thank you, spirits. Yes, yes. Okay, so I'll put that over there for a minute with our crystal and sound bell. Yep, yep. Okay. So if you are sensitive to sound, just feel free to turn it down a little bit. I know I'm closer with the camera than normal, so it might be like extra loud. But we do have to do this to clear energy, and for myself and for you guys. So yeah, just know it won't be forever. All right. So this is going to be for Gemini for November, and we don't want that commercial. Let's get that out. Okay. This is for Gemini for November. That's good. All right, so let's just kind of put this over here, and I think I'm going to close the blinds because the sun is like right on the mat and in my view here, so it'll be easier for you guys to see. Yep. Okay. All right, and then if I point this light that way, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to kind of put the camera like this just for when we cast the bones and charms so you guys can kind of see. And we'll go ahead and get started for Gemini. Yes, yes, Gemini. Take a little sip of coffee here for a second. All right. a little bit of music. All right. So spirits, guide my hands. And again, when I'm shaking and casting the bones and charms, it may be a little bit loud as well. So just bear with me. It won't be forever. Feel free to turn the volume down briefly. All right. So spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Gemini, the twins. What is Gemini? I said Earth sign, but I'm going to say air sign. What is air sign Gemini need to see, need to know for their highest good for November? Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini for their highest good for November. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Okay, a little bit more. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Gemini. Earth sign Gemini. For their highest good for November. What do they need to see? What do they need to know? Messages for Gemini. Earth sign Gemini for November. Messages for Earth sign Gemini for November. Spirits, guide my hands. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Gemini for November for their highest good. What do they need to see, Gemini? Spirits, guide my hands. What do they need to know? Spirits, guide my hands. What does Gemini need to see? What does Gemini need to know for their highest good? Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Messages for Gemini. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Gemini for November for their highest good. Spirits. Alright. Let's put this over here. I felt like a lot of stuff was popping out. Let's move a couple things on the mat here just so we can see them. Oh, not Kuan Yin falling over. Girl, I'm so sorry. Okay. So we're just pulling things a little bit closer. It doesn't change what they mean, because that's all past energy anyway. And then I'm going to flip over a couple of the bones and charms that I can, that won't mess stuff up too much. Yes, let me flip this one. Flip this one over. And put this back on top. I think that's pretty good. Oh wait, we got another one here. Maybe this one too. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Alright, so let me get this camera up here so you guys can see everything better too. Maybe pull a couple of these closer too. Just a little bit. Okay. I gotta get a new mat. I got like incense stuff everywhere. Okay, let's go ahead and take our picture and then get started, Gemini. Oh wait, one more thing to flip. Okay. Alright, let's see. That. Alright. And now let's kind of find out where they want to start the reading. So just bear with me while I kind of hover my hand over and see where they want to start. Alright. Spirits, where would you like this Gemini reading to start, please? Spirits, where would you like this Gemini reading to start? here. Yeah. Okay. All right, just double checking. So energy is drawing me right here to the alligator claw. All right, so this is going to be in the spiritual unconscious section here, Gemini. If you're new, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. We also have body and mental. Ooh, we have relationships and love over here, and then we have work and money. All right, but they wanted to start here in that spiritual unconscious section. Oh, I just saw another one. We can kind of flip. So the alligator claw is a symbol for good luck, okay, but it's also manifesting because it's a claw. All right, so there's like some kind of manifesting spiritual freedom here, okay, because Pegasus the winged horse is kind of hiding half underneath it there. And then also it's like manifesting this spiritual unconscious freedom, and then on the other side you have the butterfly. So it's also like a spiritual unconscious transformation could be happening this month for you, Gemini, if it hasn't already. Okay, but I do see that as some really nice energy there. I want to see what's in the past here as well, what's kind of fallen outside of the black mat and within these dotted lines, right? So the first thing that I see is the cloud here is next to the twin fish, the symbol for Pisces. And then over here we have one of your honeybees. Okay, then we have the mountain charm, and then we have the masculine charm, symbol for masculine energy. So there could be that in the past and a little bit in the current, there was some type of confusion either with a Pisces or during Pisces season, or where you may have Pisces in your chart. Or if it's none of those zodiac frequencies, it could also just be like there was some confusion in the past about how to go with the flow spiritually unconsciously here for someone. It could be you yourself, Gemini, or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation. Take it how it may resonate, okay? But maybe there was some confusion here because of some challenges. It's like all this masculine energy here, trying to be maybe more proactive or aggressive because of the spiritual unconscious challenges. But maybe this also had something to do with sense of community and sense of individual power here with the humming, blah, blah, blah. I can't talk here with the honeybee, the first honeybee that we're talking about in the deck, okay, or my kit. So as we move this way though, there was like also something that started because it's right here on the line between the two sections in the past. There was like maybe there was too much masculine energy because with this first coyote penis bone, there's the broom underneath it. I don't know if you guys can see that, okay? And so maybe there was like just, yeah, some type of like needing a softer, receiving more energy than that masculine energy, okay? So sometimes as a stereotype, I think about masculine energy as in the 3D physical world, and then I feel like feminine energy, and we all have masculine and feminine, can be better in terms of the spiritual unconscious because it's more open and receiving in certain ways and not pushing or too fast, right? So with that clearing kind of going on that maybe started here in the past, Gemini, this could have also had something to do with like spiritual support, okay? Because underneath here I can see it very hard to see, but the armadillo vertebrae piece is here, and then we have the feminine charm now showing up. So it's like, yeah, there needs to be more feminine energy, or there will be more feminine energy with some type of support system. And sorry, just turning that down. And this also could have something to do with either a Sagittarius or during Sagittarius season, or it's like, what are our spiritual unconscious goals? Okay, where do we pull back that arrow and then want to hit a target? Because I see it going and laying on top of the seahorse, okay? So it's like, a seahorse is upside down, but hopefully you can still see it. What are our spiritual unconscious goals, and how does that, you know, possibly relate to our family? Okay, seahorse is symbol for family. So either something about a parent or being a parent or blood family, but doesn't have to be a blood family. It could also be like whatever you consider your tribe here. But I do like that the hummingbird's beak is kind of pushing, I don't know if you guys can see it, the end of the tail end of the arrow, right? And then the hummingbird is sitting on top of the listening bells. And then we also have the strawberry here. Okay, we have the deer tooth and then that raccoon penis bone. So it's like listening to, chewing over and digesting the spiritual details and doing what is maybe considered non-traditional, but not caring what other people think if those are our spiritual goals, like within our family or within a support system. Okay, I say that because the hummingbird flies backwards, right? And it's non-traditional because I always joke around that the other birds were like, yo, why are you flying backwards? You fly this way. And they were like, I'm going to do it my way. And then they end up being the fastest bird and getting the sweetest nectar, right? So that's why it's like doing what you're naturally good at and not caring what other people think, so to speak, okay? So I do also like that the listening bells are there. You also have right on the line part of the angel coin, okay? So it's like higher vibrational frequencies, okay? Maybe wanting to come in here and bring some new ideas, okay, with the lightning bolts right on the line here, Gemini. And then we have your other honeybee that is under the mermaid, right? Just kind of flip them over as we go. And then we have the ship charm over here. Don't move. Okay. Put back the mermaid. All right. So, yeah, your angels wanting to bring in these new ideas that maybe need to happen in your sense of community and individual power, because there's going to be spiritual movement, there's going to be spiritual travel. Very interesting, okay, with that boat ship charm here, okay? So because all these things are on the line, we're still in spiritual unconscious, right? So this could be astral travel, this could be lucid dreaming, this could just be like, if it's not lucid dreaming or travel, it could also just be something about being near water, and how healing it can be, okay? Because your spiritual team also perhaps really wants you to go slow with something here, with the turtle right on the line, and then we have the apple. So this is symbol for a mentor, a teacher, a guide, or your own leadership qualities with that, okay? But there's a need to go slow here. This is definitely, it feels like past life stuff here with the mermaid, and then on the other side also the seashell charm. It could be past life stuff, but it doesn't have to be. Past life stuff that's connected to the family, connected to a mentor, a teacher, a guide, or your own leadership qualities. But if we go back this way, Gemini, there is a friendly type of energy, a group of friends or one friend or just friendly energy that wants to help clear something away for you, cut something away with your spiritual unconscious. And that could be because there's knowledge coming in, and this knowledge is like heavily protected knowledge, okay? It's something that you need to know, that you will know. Someone will know. The energy will shift or change and will know. Because it's going to affect your whole spiritual environment, okay, with the spider and the spider web on top of the Norse symbol for protection. And that goes back to your whole butterfly here with that spiritual unconscious transformation. Lots of movement with the bicycle on top of the sun. Lots of movement that will be very happy, okay? Movement around what it means to be spiritually unconsciously happy. Okay, so we're not in the body mental section, right? We're talking about spiritual. So even if we're not super happy with our body or our mental health and we're working on things, we're talking about the spirit right now, right? But a lot of movement in the spiritual realm, lots of happiness there, so beautiful. And if we go this way, there's a freedom there, a sense of freedom it brings this beautiful, peaceful energy with the peace doves laying on top of the freedom cuffs. And this is also touching, and it is also right on the line to your crown. Okay, this could be like a reference to your crown chakra if you're into chakras, right, and energy work. This could also be, working with someone that is in a higher spiritual position than you, or your own leadership qualities. Again, with the apple there, it could be both or one or the other, right? Since it is a general reading. This could also be this month, like looking at, the spiritual support system. Okay, so with this whale vertebrae, the piece of the back here, right on the line, it's like you can have people who've died, like human beings who have passed on and died, friends and family, but you also have further back in your line, you have ancestors, you have spirit guides, you have angels, right? It's like maybe opening up to you, Gemini, or to someone else, multiple general environment situation, like all the different ways that you can be spiritually supported and protected. If we go back out this way, look at like where the green lucky rabbit's foot fell for you. It's right on the line between body and mental and spiritual unconscious. The majority of it, I would say, is in spiritual unconscious. So all this beautiful good luck. And perhaps some of this started a little bit in the past here too, since it goes off the mat. And that could be because in the past, some type of spiritual unconscious cleansing started, okay, here with the leaf. This could be reference to fall season, but doesn't have to be. It's going to be fall season in different places throughout the world, right? But it could also just be that metaphor of the dead leaves falling, so then the new leaves can kind of come in, okay? But really, really interesting and cool so far. So now I kind of want to go into the body and mental, since we're kind of already on the line, and then we'll make our way back over to relationships and love and work and money, okay? Because again, your majority of your bones and charms this month, Gemini, is probably in work and money, okay? They're all like a lot going on here. These two, they're like the most active kind of areas. Doesn't mean that other things aren't happening here. It just means this is where Spirit like wants you to focus more, okay? All right, so let's see. We got our first skull showing up here in your body and mental, okay? So where we see skulls can tell us where someone's mind is at, or where it may be at in the future, current, present energies. So your other one, oh yes, it's up here, is in relationships and love, and then you have one in body and mental, okay? So I'm just kind of turn it back the way it was so you can see that it is a skull. Lot of abundance this month with, again, half of that lucky rabbit's foot, and then look at your big, beautiful buckeye here, okay? So a lot of abundance in terms of someone's health here, okay? Body and mental health. A lot of soft, receiving, feminine energy, okay? So that's really cool to see as well. Now, this might be, hard to take for somebody, right? But I would say that when we get the no, remember the famous saying here in the US anyway, is God's rejection is God's protection. I always say it wrong and then I kind of get it right, but hopefully that makes sense. So there could be something that you or someone else is wishing for in terms of their body and mental health, and also relationships and love, that maybe is a no just for right now, okay? Because it's really interesting the way that the turkey wishbone fell on its side here. It's like with this leg up, right? So this is like some type of, health wish, some type of relationship wish, or it could be a little bit of both, right? Since it's right on the line. But Spirit is coming in and saying no to that here for someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be you, Gemini. It could be someone else, or just your general environment situation. But here with the rope charm kind of like being right on, let's say, if we turn this way, the shoulder of the figure meditating, it's like, I just feel like it's no for right now. And I feel like this being on the shoulder there is like a comforting note from spirit, being like, it's okay, right? It's just possibly a no for right now, okay? Um, and this no could bring a lot of like stress, right? But again, could just be like for right now. All right, let's find out more in terms of relationships and love section over here as well, okay? Because again, there's like a lot of heavy mental energy here with your elder skull here. So somebody could be thinking or will be thinking a lot about how to bring more flexibility into their relationships, okay? The relationship with self and others, romantic, platonic, etc. Because the dog ankle bone is leaning against that skull there, okay? And then when we go this way, this is really interesting. Cupid is pointing to that wishbone, remember, that's then saying no to some type of wish. Cupid is my symbol for love, all types of love, okay? And then with that conch seashell here, feminine energy, soft receiving energy, it could be because there still needs to be something cleared here with the feather right on the heart. And then we have the coyote, one of the coyote penis bones over here. So you got feminine here and then masculine here. So there could be some type of clearing of just the heart chakra or in general that needs to happen maybe before this relationship and body and mental health wish can turn into a yes. Okay, so maybe again it's just no for right now, because I do see a lot of emotions this month. If we move this over, you can see that the cup was over there, so cup is water, emotions, a little bit of stagnant energy here with the lock, because someone maybe is banking on this big wish, okay? And so that's why it's like maybe something's not balanced yet, okay? The masculine and feminine are here, but maybe someone's not being as flexible as they need to be. I don't know. Again, this can be work relationships, romantic, platonic, self-love, etc. But let's kind of go back a little bit in the past here too, and then move on to the next section, because we do have a couple things that fell outside the mat in that past energy. So here we have one of the human teeth bones. Over here we have the bobcat tooth. Okay, here we have the snake vertebrae, and then here we have coyote claw. So in the past here, in terms of relationships, it could be somebody was thinking a lot about, what is my support system? And can I manifest with that, right? So maybe in the past too, the support system was changing in some way, and that maybe brought some instability or brought in some stagnant energy, right? Because snakes represent change, snake vertebrae, their back, support. So if those things were changing in the past and then we come up here into the future, present, current energies, maybe someone's just really wishing, or the energy is really wishing to get this big love and health wish, and spirit's like, wait, not yet, there still needs to be a little bit of clearing. Okay, all right, now let's go to your busiest section here, your last one, okay, for your work and money for this month, Gemini. Let's start with see what's in the past here. I got my listening seashell here. We've got one of the human teeth bones. Okay, and seashells are always feminine energy. We have the coffin here. Okay, we have the chair and the elephant over this way. We have the frog. We got another coyote penis bone, half of the baby. Oh gosh, we got a lot. We got the yin and yang symbol. We have the safety pin. We have the water charm, okay? We have a little bit of the ship anchor, okay? We have two parts going of the coyote penis bone, and in between it's so interesting. And I was waiting to talk about that when I saw it, is this is the symbol for Saturn, like kind of nudged in between the two there. So super interesting. And then all the other stuff that's underneath, but one thing at a time. Okay. So here, Gemini, could be that someone was listening for past on loved ones, friends, family, ancestors, angels, etc. They were listening for this in the past, maybe to something to do with memories, either of a home or where you feel at home in terms of work or money or finances. And if you're retired, it could also just be like where you feel value, right? Perhaps someone in the past, or the energy was like thinking also about how can I be more proactive in certain ways, but also keep that sense of play. Okay, here with the baby. Could also have something to do with real children in the 3D physical world, your children or someone else's, or it could just be that childlike energy, your inner child. But this leap of faith, maybe that wanted to start in the past, perhaps didn't yet in terms of work and money or being valued, because there was a lot of heavy emotions here, like someone not trusting that something is safe and balanced. Okay. With that water charm, and then the yin and yang symbol, and then the safety pin, and then we have half of that ship anchor. Okay. But because of someone maybe not trusting something being safe and balanced, and where they can feel both of those things, the freedom and the safety, with the ship anchor, Saturn came in here, and I'm just gonna roll it out so you can kind of see it. Or there it fell. There's Saturn, but just gonna flip it for a second. So it was in between here like that on its side. So Saturn is that father stern, stricter energy. It's like getting organized, getting things done, paying the bills, whatever you want to call it, right? Since we are in work and money or being valued section. So in the past, maybe Saturn came in and was like, okay, we're going to clear some stuff so we can get organized. And this clearing could be our support system, feminine energy. Again, something to do with the family, your sense of family. Maybe it's your work family, okay? Or whatever you consider your tribe at work, or with the finances, the money, or being valued. And maybe changing the goals around those things, okay, with the symbol for Sagittarius there. It could have something to do with the Sagittarius, or during Sagittarius season, or just the goals, right? Or the target, if it doesn't apply to the necessarily the zodiac energy. With all of that also, touching the feminine charm, and then piece of the armadillo vertebrae, and then the broom going into the strawberry, and then we have the hummingbird on top of the listening bells, then touching the deer tooth, and touching the other raccoon penis bone, right? These are all things that were on the line, so they go for both these sections. It's like, yes, doing something non-traditional in terms of work or money or finances with that hummingbird here, listening for non-traditional jobs or side hustles or something with the money here, going over the details, sweeping things away that maybe are more messy with the family or with the support system, so we can get back to our work and money goals here too, with that bow and arrow laying on top of the seahorse. Your spiritual team here, also your angels, energetic, lighter beings, want to bring in these new ideas here for you. And it will happen because we have that masculine, proactive energy here with that other raccoon penis bone coming in. And this started in the past, and then it's still going into the future, current, present energies. Not only do they want new ideas for you about your sense of community and individual power in terms of your work or money, finances, or being valued, there could be like travel coming up. Okay, maybe someone's really wanting to travel for a long time. It could be travel in the 3D physical world. If it's not travel, it could just be about needing to be by water, or something about water here. lot of manifesting energy with this other coyote claw here. I do see answers coming in, okay, with the key charm here. I love that for you, Gemini. And I also see with this childlike energy that I was talking about before, or something to do with actual 3D physical children, your children or someone else's, this is going to plant some seed, something of substance that's then going to grow. I love that the corn charm is so close to the money bags. I love that. I don't usually see that like that, so that's really cool. If we go this way, we do have also your nutmeg out here, and then you have your 4-leaf clover, so lots of good luck in this section this month too. I see symbol for Capricorn here. It could have something to do with the Capricorn, or during Capricorn season coming up, right? That would be end of second half of December and just second half of January. Could have something to do with that, but doesn't have to. But it's basically that resilient energy, slow moving earth energy. It's Saturn back here. Saturn's the ruler of Capricorn. Okay, so there's a beautiful healing energy here about putting in that effort. The more we put in that effort, and we're not giving up with something in terms of work or money or finances or being valued, then we're going to have more healing with the lizard here. Then we're going to have more prosperity with the fish. I really see some type of energy here that's like following their North Star with work or money is going to bring in more balance, more equal give and take here. Your spiritual team, ancestors, past and loved ones, friends here with the skeleton hand. And then we have the question mark on top of that, and then the dragonfly and the fork. Your spiritual team is like, if you're questioning your dreams, your work dreams, then the questions should be, what am I digesting in terms of my work dreams and goals with the money, with the finances, or being valued? Your spiritual team wants you to do that. If you're going to question things, not saying you shouldn't, those should be included in those questions, okay? Because there is a striving here for more balance, more equal give and take, more justice with work or the money or the finances. Now, as we go this way, we have the envelope charm here, Gemini. So there could be some type of letter, message, document, some type of communication or opportunity that either comes into you or goes out from you, or comes in general from your spirit guides, guardian angels. And this message or opportunity has a lot of beautiful good luck around it, and you could be feeling those vibrations, or someone else will be here with the bat, another symbol for good luck. And then we have the actual horseshoe and ladybug here, another symbol for good luck. Okay, so someone is definitely going to be thinking a lot about this good luck, okay, with the human teeth bone that was on top of it. And with Leo the lion there as well, it could be that it has something to do with the Leo during Leo season, or where you have Leo in your chart, or it's just really like, okay, so if I get this message, this opportunity, this communication, or I give it to someone else, whatever it is, this is going to bring in, someone is going to be thinking about how this brings in more passion and more creativity, more go-getter, fiery energy, and it's a big like piece to the puzzle here, or it's going to feel like that. So answers, pieces to the puzzle coming together. Yeah, so even though there's a lot going on here, it seems fairly positive, Gemini, okay? Like very positive. So I definitely like to see that for you. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting for you so far. Hopefully some of that makes sense, okay? Always feel free to let me know if you feel guided, but no pressure. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take a little break in a few minutes, and then come back with some of the other signs, going backwards through the signs. But yeah, if you feel guided and you want to share this video, or like this video, or subscribe, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook. They're all different free ways to support the channel here, and it does help me continue to grow my channel. All right. But anyway, love you guys, and hope this is a good period for you. And I will see you again later next month, Gemini. All right. Take care, and I'll be back in a little bit, guys. All right. Bye for now.